Right, everyone, quick video. A couple of people asked me about navigation setup, apps, power leads, all that sort of stuff, how I navigate on the bike, off-road, on-road, whatever. So basically, I did a really quick video to show you what I use, what I've found out over the years, what works for me. Right, this is my basic everyday road setup. Not racing, not rallying, nothing major off-road tours and nothing like that, just basic road work. My bike is prepped, as you can see, with the wheel and nav prep. I like this setup. A lot of people don't, but I like it. Now, I've had numerous, I mean the word numerous, navigators in here. Nav 6s, I don't know how many I had, I lost count. I even tried a Nav 5. Now, I like the Nav 6 when it works. It's bright screen, I like the way it integrates with the wheel, I like everything about it, but the ghosting and the issues with it were just doing my head in. I must have changed 6 or 7 at least. I even sold a brand new one and bought a second-hand 5 and tried that. Now the 5 works okay, might be a fraction slower, might not, but it's definitely not as bright. Hold on. So, like, this is the basic setup now then. So, replacing the nav is the BMW Connect Cradle. I had my doubts about this. There's some things I like about it. There's some things I'm not so keen about it. But basically, the phone fits in here. It doesn't come out. I've off-roaded with this and it does not come out. I've even dropped it and crashed it and it still didn't come out. And it also charges the phone while riding wirelessly if you've got a wireless phone. Because my phone's waterproof, it's ideal for that. And then you use the BMW Connect app to navigate with. Now, that's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good. If you're just a road rider, it's really good, but it doesn't do off-road because it uses TomTom mapping, and TomTom mapping doesn't do off-road. Okay, so what do you do for off-road, I hear you say? Right, because I run flex bars, I made a bracket. It's not always a choice. Now, this pops off like so. Now, bear with me a minute. Right, this then fastens onto there. And then I have a choice. This can stay on, and I can run, I've got a Samsung Active Tab with a quad lock on the back, which sits on here. It sits nicely, nice and bright. And on that, I can use the D2D app, which I'll show you in a little while. Or, take this off. I use the same bracket, but I would remove this bit, excuse me, and here, these 4 holes, they take a little L-shaped bracket, and my road book, and fits on here when rallying. This can tilt down out of the way to see the speedo and that one on the road, and tilts up when you're standing up and rallying to see the thing. That's electric. Controllers here for it, forward and backwards. Alright, and these plug in and they run off the Hexcan system. The cables are down there, so it's a plug and play when I need it, and if I don't need it, I just take it off. Right, that's if I'm using the road book. There's a little one of these touch pens here as well. Don't use that very often, but it's there if I case need it. So this does the road book itself, but I didn't need an ICO. So this is when the phone goes up into there, and on here I have a Bluetooth controller. But basically this will let me scroll forward on the ICO and scroll back on the ICO, which I'll show you in a minute when I get something else to record on, because I need to use the phone to do it. So I'll go see if I can find something else to use to record, probably the Samsung. Right, hold on. Right, I just turned it on, and this is the app that it looks like, the BMW app. So I'm trying to hold an iPad here, which I don't really. So with this, you can actually control the wheel. It gives you those settings here. At the moment, there's still a few issues with it, showing US gallons, not showing UK gallons. but that's okay. I don't have a TFT rag, so the TFTs have lean sensors and different IMUs, so you can use all this sort of stuff. You have map. Right, and from the map you can enter addresses, points of interest, favourites, and all that, much like normal sat-nav, sorry. And then we have connectivity hub, showing the cradle, showing it's charging. I charge my phone wirelessly, a little green light here, which works really well. Records rides, what you've done. So, and also rides you've saved, so you can pull them back out. Alright, so mostly I just have it on the map and I then put my route in. You can download GPX files to it and use Basecamp, which I like using, so you can then save it on Basecamp, send it to a file to your phone, export it to your phone, it'll just import it and keep the route. It tends to keep the route as you do it, it doesn't change it too much. Obviously the more waypoints, I think it'll do 50 waypoints. If you put more waypoints in, it then definitely tends to stick to the route better. Okay, and you've got a choice of whether you have it show the waypoint as the next location distance or the total distance. And you can skip waypoints and all that sort of thing if you go into here. You can't see it at the moment because there's no route, but if there's a route on here, you know, it will let you change stuff and stuff like that. Right, so that's that. So I get rid of that and rid of that, and I hit my Rally Blitz app. I then get my ICO. So normally you just touch the screen on the ICO. Right, yeah. Oh, I can't remember how to do it now, it's been so long. You zero it by going across, then I think the buttons, but because I put this little thing on here, you have to activate it to connect. There you go, I can now press that, then you see that's now moving my ICO, which works really well for rallying, so I don't have to take my hand off and touch the phone. So that's my rally set up. So I have my roadbook on here, I've the ICO up there. That's it. I don't have a problem with that. Right, now the next setup. Now I have another setup. I'm sure I can zoom this out. It's got in really close. Oh no, it's about as close. Big iPad zooms in a lot. Difficult to see, but it sits on here on the quad lock. If you sit on the bike, you can still see as my point of view. I move my head up and down like that. You can see that. So this is the D2M. Now I can then program this to work this. It'll do both. I don't think it's working at the moment, but it will do both. No, it won't at the moment. So then you can use different ways of navigating on here. Which is neat, huh? So that's basically my setup. This is OSM and the other one is the big one you just saw is D2D, which has got, and also it's got digital roadbook on it as well, which is quite good. So that's basically what I have. This is then charged off a lead down there. Yeah, so that's about it really. So if I was using this on Rally Moto's app, I then wouldn't need this. It's got its own app, and I then wouldn't need that. So I could then switch that to wherever I want it. So I've got OSM on here as well, like that. So this is quite good actually. I quite like it. I had my doubts about this. It's still not quite, it's nowhere near as bright as my iPhone, which I thought it was to start with when I first got it, but it's not. Unless I've missed something. So I've got it set right. There we go. Look at that. So the map is quite good on this. I'll say if this is connected to it, at the moment, as you can see, that is connected to the phone. It's adjusting the volume of the phone. It'll play music as well and all that sort of stuff. That's connected. But yeah, that's my setup. This is powered. I say my little USB down there, Nippy Norman's converted, goes into there. Nice and tidy. That's wireless charge. That's it. And I say these are for the power cables hidden away under here for the roadbook. When you use electric roadbook, there's a little button here. I tried using the manual roadbook, can't do it. Alright, so that's what I use.